Did
But a
you?
lot of it I also feel like is diet too, because I feel like I was eating a lot better before. I mean, like, I guess I like have recently become better at eating better again, but it's a lot of just like binge, like bored eating I was doing this past year, like filling my void time.
Yeah,
And then because I have like so much time off, it's like, what do I do? I'm like just chilling.
yeah.
Got
What
to eat a
did
lot.
what did you do during your time off? Like, so you've been having like 4 days off in a row
Yeah, so I mean,
for about a
I'll
year
work
now.
out, but it's like, um, I've only been working since like February, but I would like basically just like work out like and then like do shit around the house or whatever. Like, like go do things with like friends or like stuff like that. But
Have you noticed?
I feel like before I was like in school and I had like a schedule, a regimen. I would like wake up, get to the gym by 6, go to class, whatever, come back, or I'd like, get to the gym in the evening. And it was like set every day. You know, it would be like a goal
Yeah,
and I would maintain that basically.
there was more structure throughout the week, so you were more on point.
Yeah.
That's totally like happens all the time. Like we
Yeah.
people say, "Oh, I need more time," but then their schedule opens up, and all of a sudden there's no structure, and they're like,
I think that's what it
not
sucks about being like what sucks about my schedule is that it changes every week. Like I'll get my schedule for like 6 weeks out, but at the same time, like I'm like, like Monday, Tuesday, I'll definitely go to the gym, but I'm not going to go to the gym like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday because I work till 7:45. I'm not going to want to go to the gym after that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
So during this last 8 months or whatever, 9 months, have you ever tracked calories? Did you track
yeah,
calories
so
during this time where you gained
I
weight?
like tried setting up my macros and stuff. I can like do like I did breakfast, but then I like didn't do my lunch because there was just like so many random things I just put on my plate. But like it's all like I eat pretty healthy and like I watch what I eat, but like I do have excess amounts of days where I'm just like binging, like if I'm like drinking or going out or doing
There's
stuff,
no tracking.
it's no
Yeah,
tracking and it's like, oh well, I'm a big like, oh that's a lost cause, I guess. But I'll like, like right, like, oh I had like 5 Tito's and waters, oh I'm like 70 calories now. It's like, all right, that's times five. I'm like, all right, that's like a whole meal right there.
yeah.
So
100% totally normal. So, a couple of things. So, first of all, it's like very important to understand why you gained the extra weight, and
yeah.
it's not complicated. Like
It's
we
definitely, I think, diet mostly
hun-
because like I was still working
100%.
out in that time, but it was a lot mostly just like I stopped CrossFit probably like February and then February to I want to say like July or something. I was doing like kickboxing and like just like random classes, like class pass, like all those like things. And then I started like just doing like lifting classes again. And like I feel like better. Like I like doing that. I enjoy it. I really like lifting. I want to be strong, basically.
And I think that's going to be the easier part for you
Yeah,
and for most people
I
because you
think
enjoy it.
diet is yeah. I think it's mostly just like my diet. Like I know like what I'm doing wrong. It's just like
100%. And
yeah.
so let me tell you this, and this is why there's so many people who work out that never really look the way they want,
Yeah.
because the training part is only going to give you 10% of the results that you're looking for.
Yeah.
So you can focus all your energy there, but it really doesn't require a lot. And even if you do it perfectly, you'll get 10% of that result.
I know. It's
So
yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, and I don't want you to feel like this is a test. I just am curious whether you
Yeah.
know this information or not.
Hmm.
And then then I can address those things. So you know how many calories it takes to equal 1 pound of fat?
It's like 2,500 calories or something, or to
Close.
burn a cal. It's like I don't
So
know,
yeah, no, you're close. So it's
something like that. Right?
3,500 calories.
Kilojoules. I remember all this
You,
physics.
hey, you that's better than most people. So
Something like that.
basically 1 pound of fat on your body consists of 3,500 calories.
35.
So if you wanted to gain a pound of fat, you would need to eat an additional 3,500 calories on top of whatever is maintenance for you And my guess for you, maintenance
Is
is probably around
it's
1,800
like,
at the moment. So
yeah,
you would literally have to eat 1,800 plus 3,500 to gain a pound of
a
fat,
day, one in one day, or
or
like
spread
for
out.
the whole week. Yeah, like okay, yeah,
So let's just say that you gained about 15-ish pounds over the last
yeah.
8 months. 15 times 3,500 is an extra 52,000 calories. Okay.
Yeah.
So divided that over 8 months is 6,500 divided by 30 days. So so this check this out. You're eating an additional 200 calories per day for 8 months. Guess what happens? You gain 15 pounds. So it doesn't take a
That's
lot.
so small. That's so, I'm really
It's tiny.
surprised. That's
This
crazy.
is this
That's
is
like literally a snack. Like,
yeah. That's like
like
not even
what, like
half a snack for most people.
three, four rice cakes right there.
Yeah.
70
What's
tablespoons.
what's your favorite food?
I love chocolate.
Okay, so that's like not even a candy
Yeah,
bar.
literally, right? Yeah, for sure.
So the cool thing is, once you know this, everything changes.
That's
Okay,
crazy. I didn't know that. That's
and it literally is that simple. So now, what we're gonna do is, I think for your height, like number one, and I'm pretty sure you're on the same page as me about this, but like share if you're not. I'm just making an assumption, and um, we don't really care about the weight, right?
yeah. I don't think weight determines. Like I was doing measurements and stuff for a while, which I like. That was awesome. And then after I was seeing it going up, I like stopped tracking, and I haven't literally done a measurement since like probably February.
Yeah. So, which is
But
fine.
it's like, you know, the way your clothes fit. I totally, those are the kind of measurements like I look at. Like, at my gym we do like the in-body
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
But I don't even know how
yeah.
accurate that is.
So at San Jose Barbell, that's the gym I own. We use the in body as well,
Oh yeah.
but
Okay.
like you're 100% on the money. The main things that matter is how you feel. Like that's what you're
Yeah, like
looking for.
I felt like shit like all summer. Like my body like I could not, I didn't have any energy. Like I used to be able to get up 5 o'clock, go to the gym, you know what I mean? Now I'm like, now that I'm like, if I'm working, I'm up and ready to go. But it's like if I'm not working, like I'll go to the gym like 9,
Yeah.
10, 12, whatever, you know.
So
And it's like that incorporates. But I'm also like I used to like really not have the energy. And like now I'm like getting a little bit better. Like I can get up and like do things and start my day and get out of that, you know what I mean? But a lot of it is yeah, related to that.
yeah. Uh, so check this out. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start building our game plan. All right. Um, that's first of all, that's awesome because the number one thing is how you feel. How you feel, how you look, how you feel in your clothes, how
Yeah, for sure.
strong you are, your energy levels. Those are the important things. And one of the things is that having less body fat is going to obviously affect all of those areas. Definitely how you look, definitely how your clothes fit, definitely your energy levels. One of the things people don't think about is like, guess what? Having that extra mass on your body is taking resources from you. So you will have less energy because your body still has to supply blood to that. Your body has to still
Hmm.
that's like that tissue is alive. So if we remove it, it removes so much different stress. So it removes stress on the joints. It removes stress from the heart, having to pump more blood. All of these things will disappear. And if they disappear, guess what happens? Those resources can now go to other places. Thus, you have more energy, all that
Yeah.
good stuff.
Mm.
So, um, here's what we're gonna do. I do think that the weight, the 15 pounds to 20 pounds, once you're in that ballpark, I think that's where you'll feel best at.
Yeah. And like I'm no like you know, no offense to myself, a 5'3" girl should not be almost 150 pounds. Like that's I don't
And
think that's appropriate for my weight, like my height.
and it'll like you'll notice by how you feel. And
Yeah, 100%.
can you be heavier and be healthy? Yeah, but there's like,
I'm
there's
like
a
freaking jacked.
place.
That's totally cool. Like
Exactly. So here's the game plan. Taking into consideration, oh, before we go into the game plan, I just want to give you one more piece. Like we just talked about, literally it takes 218 calories per day over 8 months to gain 15 pounds. So now think about this. You said you eat pretty well, like you watch what you eat. And most people say that. A lot of people
Like,
say
so
that.
I know it's all like the licks, but all that stuff too. Yeah, I know. And I work in like healthcare, and it's like, people bring shit. That's how it is everywhere, right? People bring shit, and I'm always like, yeah, that looks good. It always happens. Yeah,
Yep.
it's like
And here's the
I don't hold those. I don't write those down. Yeah, exactly.
exactly. So like all those things add up and think
Hmm.
about it, like one little thing, it's like, oh, it's not a lot, but the calories add up very quickly because most of our food is super calorie dense.
Yeah.
One drink by itself, I don't know how many drinks per week you have, but a drink, just the alcohol is about 100 calories,
Yeah.
about. So two drinks, boom, and that's not even including if you have anything mixed in there, right?
Hmm.
So a person might be on point Monday through Friday,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Hey, I'm eating well, I'm doing well," but 218 times five is about 1,100 calories.
And that
You
can easily be done on a weekend, like one night.
easy.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's why we have, number one, we got to track. You don't have any information to make decisions from if you don't have
Hmm.
data. Like people have a negative connotation about tracking, and I
Hmm.
get it. I get it. But that's because we attach emotional stuff to that. I don't think
Hmm.
that's the case with you. I think it's
No, I
more
don't. I
like,
don't. Yeah, it's not that deep for me. But I mean,
yeah,
I have all the tools for it. Like I have like I'm a fitness pal. I have my Fit Genie. I literally have like three different things. I don't know why I don't use like I like literally will track breakfast and then like by lunch I'm like I don't even know. And then I like have like a food scale. Like I have all the equipment to do it. I'm just low key lazy,
it's all
basically.
good. It's all good. Everybody
Just
goes through this.
yeah, and like nobody will hold me accountable if I'm doing this. I'm like,
Yeah.
but it's like I have to do it myself. Yeah, 100%.
So here's the first thing. The having the knowledge and the awareness allows you to get to that place, right?
Hmm.
Um, and what I want you to focus on is like how good is it gonna feel to be, whatever, 130, 135, whatever
Yeah,
it is,
no, definitely. I mean, it's
stronger,
attainable. Like I was
leaner.
that literally like not long ago,
Yep.
and I felt like so great. Like, just like confidence and you just feel like so great when you're
Yeah.
like your target weight, you just feel healthy and happy, like it's everything, like energy. I just feel like $1 million really. But yeah,
100%.
seriously.
And so that's what I want you to focus on instead. Don't worry too much about, oh, lazy or I just don't do it. Instead, continue to focus on the feeling of what it will feel like to be as lean as you want, be able to wear whatever you want, have the energy, have the strength. How is it going to feel to know, like, okay, no matter what, I get up at this time and I go work out, like whether it's 5 minutes or 15 minutes or 1 hour, it doesn't matter. Like, I take care of that. And it doesn't even matter if you go over calories or whatever, but your thing is going to be, oh, I track it no matter what. Like, so then I know. So then I know at the end of the week, how many calories I've eaten over the week. I don't care
Yeah.
if I go over 100 calories, 200 calories, right? Your main goal is consistency. So now, with all that being said, here's what we're going to do. We are going to go for a little bit more sustainable fat loss, which it gives you more food during each day. There's a lot of things that happen when you go super low on calories. And
Hmm.
so I would prefer, there's a time and a place for that. But for most cases, slow and steady is the way to go.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is you're going to go to, give me 1 second here. You're going to be around 1600 to
That's
17.
actually right now I have it set up as 1631.
Perfect. So
Yeah,
you're
my goal protein is 124. My carbs are 169. Fat is 51. I don't know like how
you're on
accurate.
point. So you're
Yeah.
on point. So 16 to so here's the one change we're going to make.
Okay.
You're going to give yourself a range. So your calories are going to be 16 to 1700.
Okay.
Your protein is going to be
Oh, you're writing all this down for me,
Yeah,
right?
so I'm putting it in the chat box over here.
All right. Solid.
Um, your protein is gonna be 120 to 140. And now your carbs and your fats, I don't care what they are. Do you know how many calories are in each gram? Like, so
It's
one
like
gram,
9
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're on the money. So 1 gram, this is important to know. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories.
Yeah. Yeah.
1 gram of carbs is 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. All right.
Mhm.
And 1 gram of, so there's four categories of calories. And the fourth one is alcohol. And that is 7 calories. All right. So this also kind of gives you a little insight to like why it's so easy to rack up calories, especially like if you drink or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
because a gram of alcohol usually has carbs in it because you're mixing or you're drinking beer.
Mm-hmm.
So then when you get drunk or you're buzzed, you're more likely to eat
Snacking
crap.
or what? Yeah. Yeah.
So then you're eating things that are fat. And then when you're going out and you're having a drink, it's not like they're serving salad and chicken breast.
Yeah. No, 100%. It's like chips and dip, all the shit.
So add up all those
I
calories,
live,
right?
I live in Philly, so that cheesesteak life. Yeah, 100%.
Where are you
I
from,
literally
by the
just
way?
say no to a friend yesterday because she really wanted cocktail rolls, and I was like, I'm gonna make you some chicken. I'm gonna make like a quesadilla. But it
Yeah,
was like nice and healthy. I did like some Greek yogurt for some sour cream, trying to help. I'm like, I know the things to do. Like I know what I need to do. Like I only had 2 drinks last night, and literally like my friends had like 3, 4 beers, and I'm
yeah,
like, I had like 2 Tito's and waters
yeah.
with lemon. I'm like,
You're
I know like the easier, like like how to do it. Just
you're hey, this is part of
actually
I
do it.
I like to think of this as like this is contrast, and when you have contrast of like what you don't want, it gives you two options. Most people, they go through an experience, they're like, oh man, this sucks, and then they just kind of give up or they just talk about how much it sucks. The other option is when you have this contrast of how does it feel to be 148 and not feel good and
Yeah.
not possibly wear the clothes that you have or whatever. That contrast gives
Hmm.
you like makes you understand what you really want. It gives you clarity on how bad you want those other things and how bad you don't ever want to be here again. So it's part of the process. Um,
Fun, yeah.
and
Process.
yeah, so okay, so here's the game plan. Like I said, you got 16 to 1700 calories. Your protein is 120 to
Okay.
140. Now your fats and your carbs. Now that you see those numbers, I don't care how many grams of carbs and fats you eat, as long as your total doesn't go past 16 to 1700. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So that means like you can have a day where you ate, a whole bunch of pizza, so super high fat, right?
Hmm.
And you'll just adjust your carbs and eat less carbs. Or, you can have no fat and all carbs. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, as long as calories are in.
Exactly. We want
Okay.
to focus on the calories, we want to focus on the protein. Um, so that gives you a lot of flexibility, whether you're going out or you got an event, you have a lot of room to adjust there, okay? The next thing, I know, and I've been going over a lot of this with my clients and then people that I've been working with, is I know this is the holiday season.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, I just watched like that video of
Good. So you already probably have an idea of what I'm about to talk about.
hmm.
You're gonna see how many like festivity days you got, okay?
Yeah. Hmm.
And you're
So
gonna
like no
add
good. You're
add.
good.
So you're
And
gonna yeah. So you're gonna add those up. Let's say you
yeah.
have like six, okay?
Yeah.
Those days, I want you to give yourself two options, and either of them are totally fine. One is I want you to just enjoy it and not give a fuck. Like I would
Hmm.
love if you tracked it because then you'll actually see like, oh, like I ate 4,000 calories and I was like stuffed.
Yeah.
All right, that's not bad, right? So the other option, and the purpose is like you have to enjoy what you're doing or you will not do it.
Yeah.
All right. And it's life is more than just like being a certain weight or all about fitness. Like it's
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
having fun and enjoying stuff. So that's option one. Option two is a little bit more of a strategy. Okay. So you got your let's say 6 days of festivities coming up, and you're gonna give yourself, let's say, 2,000 extra calories per day. Okay. So that's you got a bank of 12,000 calories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you can spread those out however you want. All right.
Okay.
I have my super like engineer people. They always show me their spreadsheets. They're like, okay, I went over, and so it subtracts and all that. But
Yeah.
you could just, like, okay, I went over by 2,000 calories on the first day, so I got 10,000 remaining. Whatever. Um, all that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. 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 I totally understand.
Right, your festivities. All right. The last thing I would really say is really just don't worry about hitting this. Worry about or put your attention on just tracking. That's all. And trying to do the
Yeah.
best you can. Do not get discouraged by, oh, I don't know what's in this. I don't know how much that is. Like, just do your best, right? And if you're out somewhere and I'm gonna give you like one or two strategies on how you can do that. And you're like, you have no idea and you can't find it because it's some random restaurant. You can't find it in
Mm-hmm.
MyFitnessPal. Option one is break it down into its ingredients and just
Yeah.
add those separately. Option two is search a similar restaurant that's like a national restaurant.
Okay.
So, like, if I'm going to an Italian restaurant and they don't have calorie information, I'll search Olive Garden and pick something that's similar. And
Mm-hmm.
then there you go. Like, you'll be close. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think like a lot of things it's like a lot of like the oil and stuff. I never know like
How much?
how much, like what they're
Yeah.
using, how like
And in those cases, like, I try to get things that have I try to order things that won't have oil, or if I can get something on the side,
Yeah.
then I can really monitor it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that's that. So any questions?
I can't think of anything right now.
Okay. um, was that helpful?
Yeah, that's super helpful. I need to track my
Okay.
calories.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep. You're on the right track. You just got to be uh, focusing your attention on the 90% of the results, which is how much you eat. Yeah,
Cool beans. Awesome. Thanks so much.
you are
This was
welcome.
very
Good. I'm glad. And then, if you have any questions along the way, feel free to ask. The last thing I want to tell you is, so we said, it was about 52,000 calories, right?
mm-hmm.
Um, this is kind of an estimate because I don't know how much calories you've been eating,
Mm-hmm.
but my assumption is we're at about 700 calorie deficit here. So just a rough timeline. If you keep this up within about 2 to 3 months, we'll be down 15 to 20 pounds.
That'd be amazing. Stay tuned. We'll see.
100%. I look forward to seeing your progress.
Yeah. No, for sure. I can like send you my InBody, and you can see like I did my first one, and then I did a second one, and I lost muscle and gained fat, and I refused to do it the next month. I haven't done
This
it in 2 months
this
and then I
happens
was
all the
like,
time.
yeah, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it yet. And my
So,
trainer's literally like, Ashley, like, just do it. I'm like, I'll do it like next month. I'm really like, maybe next week. We'll see.
well, let me give you. So, as somebody who owns the InBody,
I
and
know.
I deal with this every time because you're not the only one. Like,
Yeah.
let me ask you this: how much muscle did the thing say you lost?
Not even that much, like 1 or 2% or
Yeah.
something. But
So
it just seeing that number like
it
just
freaks
go
you
down.
out.
I was just like, what do you mean? Like I'm eating, but then I'm like, I know, like what am I eating? Probably not enough protein. Definitely not enough protein.
Well, let me tell you what. If you
And
wanted
yeah,
that test, it's cool, but it's also like if you drank a bunch of water and drank or ate a bunch of carbs, you could go there right now and it'll you can bump that number up like you gain 6 pounds of muscle like this. Because what it measures is so it measures the muscle tissue, but what is muscle tissue? It consists of water and also
hmm
glycogen, which you can fluctuate literally from uh, like, and from within an hour, you can make that fluctuate. So, did you really gain muscle and or lose muscle? No. Like, so don't pay attention to that.
yeah,
Instead, your best friend. Oh, I didn't even mention this. You track your body weight in the mornings because it's just
yeah,
date. Like that data is important.
hmm
Um, don't worry about fluctuations like that, especially if you lost like 10 pounds of muscle, I'll be like, okay, what's something's
yeah,
going on. The last thing is like here's the best marker of are you losing or gaining muscle? Your strength.
yeah,
If your strength is maintaining or increasing, there's no physical way you can lose muscle mass.
hmm
You can't. All right. That thing is measuring also the water and the glycogen, so your carbs and all that. So I wouldn't worry about that. You can use it if you want. Don't use it if you don't want. I never do an in body. Like, so, doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right. Well, my computer is literally about to die, so I will look forward to hearing from you.
Yes, for sure. Sounds good. Thanks
All
so
right.
much.
Bye.